There are many ideas and many concepts about wholesaling and buying REOs that are simply wrong. I'm going to cover them, and as I cover them, I'm going to give you the answers to the questions that we got. Okay. Now, one of them is that you can't flip an REO deal. This is absolutely false, folks. Most investors, they think that you have to put a contract on it, buy it, close it, and then sell it again. That's not the way to do it. There's 3 different ways to do it, and I'm going to give you the 3 ways. A little bit later on, I'm going to give you in detail the 3 ways. I'm going to reveal them here. You're not going to get them anyplace else. I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. So hang around. It's going to be good. Now, one is that you need to show, this is another common misconception, that you have to show that you have the cash or the funds to make offers on REOs. This is absolutely false. First of all, banks don't expect bank statements. Okay, a lot of people think that that's what you have to do. Most people don't have $100,000 sitting in the bank, even investors. They have a working fund, but they don't have those funds to show either. There are many other alternatives. Now, I'm going to share here with you, if you're making offers on REOs, where you can go to actually get a proof of funds. Actually, what you're going to be getting is what's called a pre-qual letter. That's one of the alternatives I'm talking about. The pre-qual just says, yes, we're willing to make this gentleman a loan to buy this property. Now, here are just 3 other resources. One of them is www.coastalfunding.com. This is the one I recommend the most because basically you can go there, fill out a form, and print out your pre-qual. And that just makes it so easy. It's very quick. And here, something interesting, let me interject here real quick, is once you get set up with an agent and he knows that you can provide these proofs, you don't have to keep doing it again and again. So that makes life a little bit easier. But if you don't have that relationship set up and you want to get it, Coastal Funding is great. You also have ivfinancialsolutions.com. We'll also do the same thing. These are basically nationwide hard money lenders, and they issue the pre-qual letter as a promotional device to basically, hopefully you'll send them the loan, or you'll send the loan to their investor. In other words, when you sell it to an investor, you can send them to get the loan. Did that sound clear, Mike?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. And the last one is activerain.com/short sale funding. That's another source. To me, I would definitely I recommend coastalfunding.com as a first source. And make sure it's coastal-funding. Without the dash, you won't get to the right place. Now, another common misconception, REOs are overpriced. This is absolutely false. Now, during the bubble, it was true. Okay? During the bubble, the banks got greedy, and investors were overpaying for properties because they could sell it quickly, so it was true. However, right now, the best deals that you can get, way better than buying from individual sellers, are REOs. Now, I'm going to share with you a hot tip here. This is one of those hot things that I promised you. Everybody thinks that, oh, I got to get the REO deal when it first comes out. Actually, that's not when they're best deals. What happens is the bank puts it on the market, and if they might list it at a reasonable price, but if they don't, they're not going to sell it right away, because what happens? Let's say they list it for $100,000. Well, they're not going to take an offer for $70,000 if it's been in the market for a day, because that bank has to justify to its auditors or whatever, look, you only had it on the market for a day, why didn't you give it a little bit more time? So you're better off going after REO deals that have been on the market for a while or have had a price change. And here's another hot tip that this one's not on the screen. This is only if you're really actually listening, you're going to get this great tip is the banks reevaluate their portfolios quarterly. So every 3 months, they'll be more motivated to drop a deal, to drop the price in a deal, than they will if they just listed it. So you can keep an eye out when a deal gets listed for the first time. Keep an eye on it, and then track it, and then 3 months later make the offer, and you'll have a much better chance of getting it at a better price. Okay? Now, let me continue on here. The other myth is REOs are complicated. This is absolutely false, folks. REOs, there's no creative structuring. There's no negotiation. There's no, 3 different ways to take back a mortgage and structure it this way or that way. It's basically simple numbers. It's simple formula. Either it fits or it doesn't. It's a simple formula, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to give you I'm going to share you the way that everybody tells you to do it, and I'm going to show you my way, and you'll see why my way is better. Now, quickly here, I'm going to cover the 7 crucial mistakes that investors make when they try to wholesale REO properties. If you avoid these, you're going to make some money in this market.